Hi there, I'm Doug Morrow. I'm the makeup artist and special makeup artist for The Curse of Chucky. And today with Witney Seibold here, we're going to show you how to we do some makeup effects kind of the old style way that they would have done back in the 30s and 40s. This is like an out-of-kit makeup. So I've got some what we call mortician's wax, which is exactly what it means. A mortician would use this to reconstruct features on an accident victim or something. And I'm going to use it to make a wound on Witney here. So I've already cleansed Witney's skin with some alcohol, and I've taken the wax and kind of warmed up on my hand, and I've got a spatula here, and I'm just going to start spreading it on Witney's face. And what I'm going to do is try and give the appearance of a jagged kind of scrape, I guess, or maybe a werewolf has done this, perhaps. I don't know. Witney, have you ever had this done before?
Not with makeup.
No? No? You've had it done for real?
Just in that really horrible bar fight.
Uh-oh. I was going to say a bad date, perhaps. First makeup I ever did was the Wolfman. I was 8 years old, and I took some of my mom's brown yarn. I cut it into really small pieces, and I glued it on my face with eyelash adhesive, you know, what ladies would use to put false eyelashes on. And then I took her brown eyeliner pencil and drew a dog nose and kind of a muzzle and put little dots. And I had hair back then, so I took some of her hairspray and kind of sprayed it up so it was wild looking, and that was I think one of the first makeups I ever did. When they showed Planet of the Apes, the original and best Planet of the Apes on television for the first time in 1974, I watched it, and that was it. I was transfixed by this movie. I went to the library and got books out on makeup, what they had back then, and yeah, that was it. I wanted to be working on Planet of the Apes movie. That was all I wanted to do. So I'm taking this and I'm just blending it a bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something which is called sealer. And they would have used this in the old days as well. And basically what I'll do here is now I'm going to put a plastic skin on it, and this will make it more durable. A lot of these kinds of effects are becoming a lost art. People are so dependent on, well, I can't do that, I don't have a prosthetic. Well, when you work in the movie business and you get thrown these challenges on a day-to-day basis, you've got to find some way to make them work, and you'll keep getting hired if you never say no. So when a director comes up to me and says, can you make this guy's head pop off tomorrow? Oh yeah, sure. And then I go away and I sweat for a little bit and figure out how to do it, and come back the next day and I make them happy. One of the biggest pitfalls for special effects makeup artists is not studying what the real thing looks like, whether it's an old age face or the color of blood or what a real wound looks like. The internet is just such an amazing tool now. I can go to my computer, my iPad, and type in scissor wounds and images, and it's just unbelievable what you can find. So that's generally what I do. I also have an extensive library in my workshop where I keep pictures and files of all kinds of things. Because you're trying to make this, like I said, look like the real thing. So this is basically regular blood that they've thickened into a nice goopy paste. So I'm just going to run some of this in here. But I'm not going to fill it because you still want it to be a dimensional looking effect. It's made out of corn syrup and the dye that I was talking about, but they've thickened it probably with a material called Cabicil, which you would use if you were going to thicken, say, a fiberglass resin if you're going to work on your boat or something.
Is the blood you use on people's skin different from the blood that they have to put in their mouths in certain scenes?
Nope. The blood that we use for people's mouths is almost exactly the same thing. blood that we have flowing on bodies, we put something called a wetting agent into it, so it doesn't beat up on the skin and it soaks into fabrics more naturally, and it's basically made out of soap. You don't want to put that in your mouth because it tastes horrible. So we make fake blood for the mouth with no wetting agent in it, and then we give it a minty flavor so that actors like having it in their mouths. In this film, Curse of Chucky, we're going to go through quite a bit of blood, and I would probably hazard to guess maybe 35 to 40 gallons, which is a lot of blood. Last night, I'm sure we probably went through 3 or 4 gallons, and that was just really one minor effect and one sort of more major one. So probably I'd say about 40 gallons we're going to go through. So this is the finished wound. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done here today, and thanks very much. Oh, he's dead.